क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो तारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Simple principles, if we can apply them in our day-to-day life, then we are actively involved in spiritual pursuit. If these principles are not applied, we are intensely involved in samsara. Which is the principle? Principle is one can become many without becoming many. One space has become 10, north, east, west, south, plus 4 corners, up and down. So, these 10 directions which do not exist other than the space, and those who are under the influence and give a status of reality to them, for them, Vastu Shastra, Feng Shui, how should face in this direction, that direction. And when they ask us such questions, what can we talk? So one person, Swamiji, which direction should be the door of the house opening? I say, Upar. Go easily. So one space has become many, samsara begins. One earth has become many, samsara begins. So these are all imaginary lines. Up to here is Andhra Pradesh, here it is Karnataka, here it is Telangana, then Nata and Tana. Samsara begins. See, now come to ourselves. Only a man, then upadhis are added. One upadhi, that of the father, the man is converted into a son. Second upadhi, that of the wife, is converted into a husband. Third upadhi, that of the son, is converted into father. And one has become many. And we don't stop there. We give a status of reality to this. Then Vastu Shastra will pursue you. Therefore, this is the principle we have to learn. This is said in the 24th verse. Isha jiva yoho veshadhi vida satsvabhavataha vastu kevalam. Now let us become subjective and try to understand. One sense organ, eyes, colors many. So one has become many because of some conditioning. Then one mind has become 10. 5 sense organs, 5 organs of action. Then that one I has become many. Happy, miserable. I don't like, I like it. Then this one Chetana has become I. Sometime there, sometime not there. And this Chetana is the expression of the Chaitanya. Now the question comes, how it has become? From here, the explanation begins in our scriptures. Because we being intellectuals, so we have to be taught in that language. So, can there be an effect without a cause? No. So, this world. Who is the creator of this world? Now, if you just change the language, who told you the world is created? Who told? When we establish something as an effect, it becomes our responsibility to find out the cause. When you say when the world is created, what does it mean? We accept there was a time when there was no world. So do we say that the world has come out of non-existence? Our Upanishad says, Yatha Purvam Akalpayat. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. See, friends, but because we give importance to the conditioned expressions as real, so we look at the child, talk to him, play with him, go away. No, beta, what is your name? What is your father's name? So, look at the child as a child, no problem. Look at the child as a somebody's son, then we keep on asking questions. Therefore, our scriptures tell, see, the creator of the world is God. What is he? He is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. And then we are Jiva, soul. So what is the Jiva? Exactly opposite. Limited in time, limited in space, limited in prowess. Not omnipresent, but only here. Not Sarva Shaktiman, Alpa Shaktiman. See? Now, these two are Veshadhi Vida. The conditioning of the totality is a creator. The conditioning of the individuality is the created. Now, to understand this, take our simple examples. One has to be a citizen, then only he can contest the election. After election is contested and that person becomes prime minister. So what is the difference between the prime minister and a citizen? When a citizen has voted for him, he became prime minister. Okay. Then if the citizen writes for his son, I hereby sanction $1 million for my son, give to the treasury. Will it be valid? But the same thing, when it is written by the Prime Minister, it is valid. What is the reason? He is representing the totality and a person is representing the individuality. So totality versus individuality. So what is the conditioning of the totality? That is called as Maya. And what is the conditioning of the individuality is called as Avidya. So total versus individual. Creator versus created. Omnipresent versus limited in presence. All powerful versus less powerful. All knower versus less knower. But behind them, it is the same reality. Veshadhi Vida. So Paramatma with the conditioning of the Maya is called as Ishvara. Same Paramatma with the conditioning of the Avidya is called as Jiva. See friends, first step. Now, this Ishvara and Jiva, they are supported by the same reality. How? If there is no Jiva, what is the position of the Ishvara? Can there be somebody, a father, if he doesn't have a son? So father and son, they are mutually dependent. One father scolding his son, I gave you birth and you behave like this? He said, Dad, enough is enough. American child. Then he said, who told me you gave me birth? I have given you birth. When I was not born, who called you dad? So the son is because of the father, or the father is because of the son. In short, mutual dependence. Wherever there is a mutual dependence, it is an illusion. How important it is. Mutual dependence is supported by some independent factor. For example, colors and forms are established because of the vision. If there is, you go to the eye doctor and he makes you sit there and he wants you to read some letters. And that very moment, electric connection goes. Everything is dark. Can he find out what is the problem with our eyes? So, colors and forms are established because of the vision. Vision is established because of the colors and forms. What is the reality? Reality is the mind behind the eyes. See, friends. Similarly, God the creator, Jiva the created. So they are mutually dependent. If there is no created, can he be called creator? Think, friends. Therefore, Isha Jivayoho Veshadhi Vida. Because of the conditioning of the totality and individuality, they are referred as different. But Satsvabhavataha. But from the existence point of view, Ishvara is, Jiva is. See, if there is no Ishvara, there is no Jiva. If there is no Jiva, there is no Ishvara. If there is no son, there is no father. If there is no father, there is no son. But those boys, the people are still there. So the conditioning is creating an illusion of creator and created. And therefore, Satsvabhavataham Vastu Kevalam. But essentially, there is one reality with the superimposition of the Maya is called as Ishvara, with the superimposition of the Avidya is called as the Jiva. Now, second thing. As we have the subtle body, and in the subtle body, all experiences happen at individual level. Ishvara has got also his subtle body. His subtle body is called a Hiranyagarbha or Sutratma. Now be attentive. When I dream, the dream is happening not in the gross body, not in the deep sleep, but in between the subtle body. And good and bad things have happened, everything. And after the dream is over, we are awakened to waking state. Thereafter, do we ever bother about what happened to the people in the dream? No. Similarly, Brahmaji, the total subtle body, therefore four heads, Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. Our subtle body and the total subtle body is the same. See? Like the space and the north is the same. They are not different. Be very attentive. It's a very simple topic. Then When Brahmaji wakes up from his dream, where are we? We are in his dream. When he wakes up from his dream, will he bother about you and me? No. Therefore, there is neither creation nor destruction, is all happening. So, totality is the ocean, individuality is the waves. Both of them are nothing but water. Water with the conditioning of the totality is ocean. The same water with the conditioning of the individuality, the wave. Ocean can become the wave. See, ocean can become the wave. Wave cannot become the ocean. Wave will merge back to water. In the same manner, Ishvara can become the Jiva, but the Jiva never becomes Ishvara. He goes back to the pure self, the divinity, the Sadvastu, that is all. Therefore, Vastu Kevalam. Kevalam means where the divisions on account of three factors is absent. What are the three factors? Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. Three factors. Ishvara, the creator, Jiva and Jagat created. See? Where the differences on account of these criteria are absent, that is called as Kevala. For example, plants and animals, they are different. Jati, therefore Vijatiya Bhed. All are animals, but one is a giraffe, second is an elephant, third is a dog. So they are within the species, therefore Sajatiya Bhed. And it is the same cow. The tail is not the nose is not the stomach is not the horns. So Swagata Bheda. These are the three possible differences. Now the teacher says Kevalam means these three things, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. They create the apparent differences but not real. How? Difference between Jiva and the Jagat. Difference between the Jiva and the Ishvara. Difference between Ishvara and the Jagat. Difference between the Jagat and the Jagat. Difference between the Jiva and the Jiva. All these five differences, where they are totally absent, that is Kevalam. And this experience we all have when we are in deep sleep. There, all the differences dissolve. My dear friends, therefore, death is an illusion. Nobody dies. We are surviving because of the diseases. There are three diseases because of which we are alive. For gross body, disease is, physical diseases. Subtle body, the diseases are Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, honor, dishonor, respect, disrespect. And causal body, the disease is Ajnanam, ignorance, incomplete knowledge. When the gross body stops having any disease, then the body is dead. What are the signs that we are still alive? Pain here, pain there, pain everywhere. Still jinda hai. Now be attentive. When there is no disease in the gross body dies. Now find out. Really the gross body dies? What is the gross body? Made up of 5 elements. So those 5 elements go back. Who died? When we dismantle the house, all the windows, doors, and everything is still there. What has lost? Small kids have those small blocks and they make something. When you dismantle, what is lost? See? Therefore, if we are having some disease problem, thank God you are still alive. And if they don't happen, no diseases, then the body will go back to the five elements. Nothing is lost. Then, second, subtle body or the mind. Till such time, what is the disease of the mind? The disease of the mind is desire. Till such time you have desire, I want this, I want, the mind will be alive. Yeah, I just now received one WhatsApp. Swamiji, my father, is very ill. He is having tubes and all that, but he just removes that, and so we have tied down his hands to the bed, and he is shouting at his speech and all kinds of giving abuses and all that. So then we showed him your photo. Then he said, ask him to give me in a good health and all that. So he's still alive. Suppose this thing stops. Gone. So, the desire is the disease of the subtle body. When you have zero desire, be attentive. When you have zero desire, your subtle body dies, your mind dies. Be very attentive. Death of the mind is the same like the death of the gross body. When the gross body dies, it goes back to the source. When the subtle body, the mind dies, it goes back to the source, pure consciousness. And thereafter, such masters, they are called as Jivan Mukta. For you and me, they are alive. But themselves, they have nothing to do, nowhere to go. Therefore, when gross body dies, it is not a death. When subtle body dies, it is not a death. And the causal body, ignorance, when ignorance is gone, meaning when wrong notions are gone, be attentive, when wrong notions are gone, new notions are not created. In other paths, one notion is replaced by other notion. Here, no notion. This is the meaning of who am I. Therefore, Isha Jivayoho Veshadhi Bhida Sat Swarupataha Vastu Kevalam. There is but one reality. Veshahanataha Swatma Darshanam Isha Darshanam Swatma Rupataha. In the 25th verse. Now be attentive. We have to give up the conditioning. Which are the conditioning? Our conditioning is the ignorance, subtle body and gross body. Ishvara's conditioning is the Maya and the creation or creator position, etc. Now, I can do something with myself. I can remove my shoes. I can't remove somebody else's shoes. In the same manner, I have no control on removing the conditioning of the Ishvara. We cannot do anything with the Maya. Whatever we have to do with ourselves. And what is our conditioning? Is avidya. Veshahanataha. Therefore, Veshahanataha means now we do not accept ourselves to be the body, therefore anybody, therefore nothing to do, nowhere to go, therefore life is a time pass, therefore jo thari raha hai so mari raha hai. Life is lived happily. Veshahanataha. Therefore, friend, the real spiritual practice is this. Discard all these things. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. There is nobody in the world who can be happy with relations. Relations are designed to make us miserable. Bhagavad Gita we read. What is the basic problem of Bhagavad Gita? Relations. See? Now, why these problems come? Because of sheer compassion of God for us. Why? When you get again and again disturbed because of the relations, one day God's grace will dawn And then we will understand that I am wasting my life. What for I am here? Then we go to satsang. And when we go to satsang, there the inquiry begins. Who am I? Once this inquiry begins, we are on this path, but then we play the game of life. So, there will not be any change in us externally. At the most, our performance will be better. But inside, we are deeply involved in this inquiry. Who am I? As an actor, he is giving all dialogues, good and bad. At the same time, he is very clear. It's just an acting, not real. Therefore, friends, Veshahanataha. So we have to change. Then, as a result, Swatma Darshanam. Then we will come to know that essentially I am not the son, husband, or father, but I am the man. Veshahanataha. I discarded the conditioning of the father, the wife, and the son. Now I am man. Does it mean we should go to Himalayas? No. There you will go and get married again. No. Therefore, friends, all the problems of life, if you want to solve, one word. Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. It's just a Leela going on. We don't have to become serious about it. Therefore, Veshahanataha Satmadarshanam. Now tell me what spiritual practice a husband has to do to know that he is a man. Zero. Because you are not married, you are telling zero. Get married and show. Okay. Then don't take her seriously. So simple. But we take it so seriously, as if that is real. No. We are all playing the game of life. Swatma Darshanam and Isha Darshanam Swatma Rupata. See, this is the most important thing. Knowing is being. Swatma Rupataha, being. Isha Darshanam, knowing. You cannot know the truth without being the truth. Object is in the plate, Rasgulla. Hunger is in the pate, in the stomach. Then, when the object is lifted from the plate and put inside the pate, the existence and the knowledge, they merge. When they merge, experience is Ananda. See? Therefore, do not have that notion, or even if it happens, don't give too much importance to that. See, I went to that Mahatma and then he told me, your name is so and so, you have come from there, these are your questions, your husband is having problems with somebody, then blah, 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 blah. And Maharaj, what you told is so true. Don't get carried away by these things. This has nothing to do with spiritual life. Friends, those who will fulfill our desires, they are binding us in the samsara. Those who help us get out of the desires, they are our well-wishers. One example, Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, his life. When he was born, very late he was born, after 12 months. And in that delivery, his mother died. And he was brought up by some Swami in some ashram. In his whole life, he had no feminine proximity. Mother, sister, grandmother, nobody. Only among the males he was brought up. He's very intelligent. He studied Valmiki Ramayana, all scriptures, Upanishad, Veda, everything. And then he started having his satsang from the ashram side. And then one person, he saw he's a good boy, for my daughter it will be better. And then he approached and ultimately the marriage happened. That was the first time he came in contact with the woman in his life. That too as a wife. So much infatuated. Once it was raining in cats and dogs. When he came from his satsang, she was not at home. So he knew she must have gone to her parents' home. This happened in Varanasi. So in that heavy rains like a Hindi cinema movie, he somehow reached there. Climbing the tree, getting inside and all kinds of. When she saw him there in that form, she felt so disgusted. She said, "Are you not ashamed? For this dirty body of bones and muscles and filth inside, you are so mad? If you are that much mad for Bhagwan Ram, he will reveal to you." Satya. And he left. You see, out of an ordinary Kathakar, Tulsidas Ji Maharaj was born. Now, how many times we have been insulted, disgusted by our own nears and dears. And yet, we go on hanging. This principle I told you, wherever there is a pain, it is a blessing in disguise. If there is a pain in the tooth, it is a blessing that take care of the tooth. In the same manner, whenever we are hurt, remember, it's a blessing. And that hurt will change the direction of our life. This is what is mentioned here. Isha darshanam satmarupataha. Then what will be the direction of our life? Now it is dogward, it will become Godward. Then we live in the same world, the same way. Nothing we have to change. Only change the direction of our life. From being extrovert, remain introvert and be very attentive. Our spiritual practice should never be known or even suspected by anybody around us. It is such a secret thing, most auspicious, not for public exhibition, like our house. And for that we told you, this technique, spiritual evolution is not becoming extraordinary. Remain so ordinary that nobody should even suspect that you are walking spiritual path. This is what is mentioned here. Isha darshanam satmarupataha. Then alone we will know that the fulfillment of life is the divine expresses through us. He doesn't have to come from anywhere. The space doesn't come from anywhere. Space is everywhere. In the same manner, we don't have to seek God. We have to allow Him to express. And He can express Veshahanataha. All the conditioning which we have put on ourselves, remove those conditioning one by one, and then He will be revealed through us. Therefore, this is so important thing, friends. 26. Atma samstitihi swatma darshanam atma nirdvayat atmanishtata. So, atma samstitihi. When we thus come to finally, conclusively experience the correct meaning of who am I? Nobody can do it for us. Who am I? That is called as Swatma Darshanam. Nobody can teach us this. On the contrary, there is no teacher in this world, if you ask me. Then it is only the student. The teachers are so many, but how many are students? Like Bhagavan Shankara has to say, there are 4 types of students. The Uttam Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, Adham Adhikari, and Adhamadham. Uttam Adhikari, in one go he catches. He doesn't come second time. Madhyam Adhikari, he struggles. The Adham Adhikari doesn't understand anything, like a pillar. And Adhamadham understand exactly opposite. The teacher is the same. Teachers are not many. Therefore, the responsibility of spiritual life is squarely on us. Guru Maharaj, uthao. Don't go to a mule guru. See, Vivek Chudamani, if you read, study, at the end, the conclusion is, thereafter, the guru went his way and the disciple went his way. See? So, Atma Samstati, Swatma Darshan, and Atma Nirdvayat, Atma Nishtata. And these, there are not one Atma per body. That is the wrong understanding of the soul. There is one reality expressing through all the bodies. There are not many electricities behind so many bulbs. One. The differences are on account of the conditioning. In the same manner, Atma Nirdvayat, Atma Nishtata. Therefore, the more we are in tune with our divine self, to that extent, we are at peace with ourselves. And when we are at peace with ourselves, all the simple things which I am telling you, before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? You don't have to observe moan. If necessary, to talk. Constantly caw, 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 caw. Similarly, don't talk to yourself or chant the Lord's name in your mind and also listen. When these things we are consciously working on ourselves, nothing external is required. Slowly, we discover the truth. Now, Jnana Varjita Ajnanahina Chit Jnanamasti Kim Jnatu Antaram. Can the knowledge be other than the knower? Jnana Varjita Ajnanahina Chit. What is the consciousness? Consciousness is other than the knowledge and ignorance. How can I say I know myself or I don't know myself? That example I gave you 2 days before. When somebody asked me, do you know Anubhavananda? So what was my reply? Yes, no. I know because I am. I don't know as you know somebody other than you. This is what is mentioned here. Jnana Varjita Ajnanahina. Where knowledge and ignorance are non-operational. That chit, that conscious reality is our essential nature. And then we come to know Jnanamastikim Jnatuhu Anantaram. Can the knowledge remain apart from the knower? In short, knower and knowledge are one and the same. Friends, therefore, there is no struggle the more you become extremely subjective. That is why Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi was not observing Mauna. He has nothing to talk about. If we look at ourselves, we, we go on scratching, find out some topic to talk. There is no need. But we have to talk. Caw, 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 caw. Every word that we utter, if for our understanding, each word, if it takes us 1 millimeter away from ourselves, I'm making it very small, 1 millimeter away from ourselves, how far we will go? कहाँ पहुंच गए? अरे, आई मीन बॉम्बे. See, this is so important. We don't have to observe Mauna. We have to recognize this thing. Therefore, jnanamasti kim jnatuhu anantaram. The knower known knowledge, division is only valid at the level of the mind. What we call it as triputi. Triputi means the mind is divided into knower known knowledge. Triputi kshirnata meti brahma nirvana murchati. Bhagwan Shankaracharya writes, the triputi dissolves. In the absence of everything, whatever is the truth. Therefore, one of the techniques, try. These techniques I am telling you, they are not from books, but I have gone through all the experiments. One simple technique. Make absence as an object of your experience. There is no object of absence. Kindly give me one absence. Then how can we make absence as an object of experience? Then absence of. Okay. What is the world? World is name and form, sound and forms. So make one of the two. Absence of words. Make that as an object of your experience. Now, when we make absence of sound as an object of experience, what does it mean? Absence of sound cannot be heard by the ears. Then, how to make absence of sound as an object of experience? Because sounds we hear through ears. Then, let no sound disturb us. These minute sounds of the crickets, insects, which we normally do not hear, they are heard. As well as the external sounds that I am talking to you, it is a sound to you. When we listen to the silence, slowly, or old habit of the mind, that of projection will quieten down. And when the speech is not born, it is pure mind. It is thought-free mind. What is a thought? Thought dressed in words is a speech. When we don't speak, the thoughts cannot come out naked. But the hearing is happening. No reaction. By this practice, we will be able to recognize this. Jnanamasti kim jnatuhu anantaram. So, sounds also we are hearing, but we are not getting disturbed by the sounds. So, the presence and absence of sound, presence jnanam, absence ajnanam, both of them are equal for us. This is our essential nature. Continuing further, Kim Swarupamiti Atmadarshane Avyaya Bhava Apurna Sukham. Now, inquiry. What is our essential nature? Kim Swarupamiti? What is my essence? Who am I? Am I a brother, father, mother, sister, husband, wife, intelligent, not intelligent, rich, poor, Indian, not Indian, in India, in America? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? So, Kim Swarupamiti? There are two things we have to recognize in us. One is Swarupa, second is Swabhava. Swarupa is our essential nature which cannot be changed. Okay? Like sweetness is the essential nature of sugar. But the second nature is the acquired nature, Swabhava. What is the acquired nature? The sugar could be in powder, in cubes, in syrup. That can be changed. In the same manner, our essential nature is divine. Acquired nature is influence of our old habits. Okay? Acquired nature, whether somebody asks or not, we have to talk. Hey friends, keep on talking, acquired nature. I remember in one house, somewhere in Mumbai, the son, he told his father. The father was telling something to his wife and all kinds of things. So he said, Papa, has anybody asked you on this topic? No. Why are you talking? It is the habit. We have to talk. Try this. Anywhere you are, if a thought comes that I have to talk, like ulti. And when the vomit comes, you can't stop it. Nikali do. See? I should not say, but when you know, I should not say to keep mouth shut. So important it is. Lesser you talk, nearer you are to yourself. Every word takes us away from ourselves. See, friend, therefore, those people who sing bhajan kirtan, you can very clearly experience. Those who are music oriented, they keep on doing ah. That becomes their main interest, sound, not the meaning of the words. Like Mirabai used to sing. She was not singing for the public audience to get a clap. She was singing for Bhagwan Sri Krishna and she was merging in that divine thought. Because words are only a carrier. Experience is the important thing. Therefore, Kim Swarupamiti Atma Darshane Avyaya Abhava Apurna Sukham. When we thus inquire what is our essential nature, then what will happen? The following things, Avyaya, we are ever the same. We are not changing. Only simple one's own observation. Childhood, teenage, middle age, old age, everything has changed around us. We are the same. We cannot prove that I have changed. We can prove I have changed my liking, I have changed my priorities, I have changed my habits, I have changed my wives. You cannot say that I have changed. We are the same. Avyaya. Then abhava. Abhava, no birth experience. How much you can try? Suppose, imagine, this is how you should play in your spiritual practice rather than becoming serious. Suppose you are 90. Then 10 years before, how I was looking? Okay, one image. So 90 image, 80 image. Then 70, how I was, next image. Go back 10, 10, 10, 10 years. So there will be 9 images. Then 1 year, what was the image? Good. Then 6 months, what was the image? Good. Inside the womb of the mother, what was the image? And before the body was born, am I born out of absence? Can we have the experience of our absence? You cannot. This is abhava. We are neither born, nor do we change, nor we die, nor we can experience our absence. Avyaya abhava, and therefore apurna, infinite, chit sukham, conscious bliss. This is our essential nature. So who am I? I am this. Kim swarupam iti atma darshane, avyaya abhava apurna chit sukham. Now, continuing further, bandha mukti atitam param sukham vindati iha daivikaha jivaha. Rare indeed is the blessed seeker of truth who experiences what? Bandha mukta atitam param sukham. That bliss which does not fall in the purview of bondage and liberation. When were we in bondage? Then we have to liberate ourselves. In Amrita Bindu Upanishad, one beautiful shloka comes. There it is said, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho bandhaya vishaya saktam muktam nirvishayam smrutam. Mind, when it is obsessed with objectivity, become the cause of bondage. When the same mind is withdrawn from the influence of the objectivity, the same mind will lead us to the liberation. Both of them, bondage and liberation, are the play of the mind. Essentially, neither we are in bondage nor we are liberated. There was a friend of my friend in Virginia, a retired big police, this military officer. So on video call, some questions, Swamiji, please talk to him. Don't say no. He was my boss when I was there. I said, okay, don't worry, I'll talk to him. And he started. Swamiji, what is your opinion about the Kundali and the charts and all that? I said that subject I have not studied, so I don't have authority to comment on that. I have not studied Jyotisha Shastra. Do you think it is true? I said that depends on you. It is one of the limbs of the Vedas. In the Shad Darshan, it is there, Jyotisha Shastra. Do you believe? I said, I believe in Bhagwan. No too many things. But I believe. I said, very good, continue. Nothing wrong in that. You have got freedom. So he said, according to the chart, I did this, and it was beneficial, it was good for my son, for my daughter, everything. Very good, continue. Afterwards, my friend asked me, Swamiji, you don't believe in this thing? I said, look here. If you are driving a car, then only on you the traffic rules are applied. How simple it is. Now the question is, are traffic rules real or fake? Are traffic rules essential or not essential? How does it matter for me? I never drive. Can they be applied on me? A devotee of the Lord, jo thari rahe so mari rahe. On him, the law of karma and the position of the various stars have no impact. You decide. Nobody can help us. You have heard the name of Gondavlekar Maharaj? One, this Jyotishi, he went to him and wanted to say something. So Maharaji knew him very well. So he took out from his seat. He said, this is somebody's patrika. Can you find out how it is? He read it and gave such data that this man cannot be alive. He will be the most miserable. He will have no food. He will be suffering in his life. He will have nothing. After all that was said, he said, this is my patrika. He has so many ashrams, millions of people eat food. See, friends, if you are walking a real spiritual path, don't get entangled. This is what it is said. Bandha mukta atitam param sukham. Is neither bondage nor liberation. These are all the tricks of the mind. The mind doesn't want to die. Therefore, there are many tricks the mind plays. Either bring the past memories so the mind is alive, or go on worrying about the future so that the mind keeps alive. Stop these two directional movements of the mind. In the utter present, mind dies. Who wants to die? Nobody. Mind also doesn't want to die. Therefore, simply sitting, क्या होता है? Let me condone it. They are nas. Learn to be without anything. Just be. Constantly, ये करना है, वो करना है. Relax, relax. So, Bandha Mukta Atitam Param Sukham Vindati Iha Jivastu Daivikaha. Daivikaha, a lucky person alone will be able to discover this truth. Why a lucky person alone? Because the most lucky person is the one who does not have any efforts. Don't we say, I am so lucky, I did not study, yet I have gone through the examination. See? So what is the luckiest jiva? He who wants nothing. जो तारी रहा है सो मारी रहा है, ठीक है भगवान. If not in this life, we are Hindus, next life. We are not going to die. Vindati astu jiva daivikaha. And concluding, ahamapetakam nija vibhanakam mahadidam tapo ramanavagyam. So these are the various spiritual practices. The last spiritual practice is removed, is tapasya, mahad idam tapas. We imagine spirituality means tapasya. Who am I? I should not take onion. I should not take the ordinary food. I should take the, the not ordinary salt. I should get the imported salt. Anything extra we do, we are samsari. Remain common. Tapasya is you are at peace with yourself. Highest tapasya. But you will see, be attentive. You will see, yogis and tapasvis, they are mahakrodhi, extremely angry persons. Take for example, Durvasa Rishi. He was a great tapasvi. And out of anger, he cursed Lord Shiva. You will have a problem in your marriage. See? The tapasvis and yogis, because they are still holding on to the mind. We have to transcend the mind. And therefore the teacher says, the real tapasya is aham apetakam. When this I, when this disappears. See? That is the highest tapasya. When somebody praises us, we start bloating. When somebody condemns us, immediately the air goes out. What kind of quality of life we have? Therefore, aham apetakam nija vibhanakam. When Mahatma was condemned by somebody with bad words and all that, so the disciple said, Maharaj, should I go and settle account? So Mahatma said, if you have taken, you have to give back. I have not taken. No, but he was speaking very ill about you. He said, if he is speaking ill about me as a body, I agree with him. I also condemn the body. I am not the body. And if he is condemning me as the self, then his self and myself are not two. He has got every right to say. How you take life. See, aham apetakam. How do we know our ego, aham, is going down? One symptom, pulse rate. You will not get hurt. If you get hurt, ego is very strong. If the ego is strong, we become obsessed. We become insisting. We want everything to happen according to I. We impose ourselves on others under the disguise of love. These are all the different avatar of the ego. Friends, therefore, aham apetakam nija vibhanakam. Then our essential nature will be revealed. What is our essential nature? Be happy. What is our non-essential nature? We want to become happy. We can never become. Nija vibhanakam mahadidam tapaha. This is the highest tapasya. See, every time you people have got that funny thing. Homemade, homemade, homemade. Why don't you have homemade problems? You don't have to go anywhere in the forest to do tapasya. What is tapasya? You invite problems. When it is cold, you take cold water bath. Are yaar, garam pani se? No, no, no. Tapasya. When you have got two legs, stand on one leg. Tapasya. Don't create problems. Then remain happy wherever you are. Highest tapasya. See, friends. But if we go to the heaven, and there Indra will ask, Mahatma ji, how do you like it? Yeah, machhar nahi hai. A complaining fellow will complain everywhere. Therefore, with this our Mahamantra, living at zero complaint level. Mahadidam tapo Ramana Vagyam. These are the words of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, or these are the most lovely words. What is the lovely word? Become insult proof. कोई वंदो कोई निंदो कोई कैसे कहो रे राम सांगे प्रीत बांधी होत जैसे होता है. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. We are answerable to our own conscience, not to the world. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.